bottom line, has there been a difference in terms of standards and data? Is that for you to answer, or is it for Charlotte, the head teacher? I don't know. Do you have any difference in terms of data?
I can definitely. I mean, we've always had quite high standards in maths here. We generally get around the 80% mark, getting the age-related expectation. But we still obviously have that, which is brilliant through this scheme. But I just feel like confidence with the children as well has just improved so much with the maths. You know, I think having the guided learning before they actually do their independent tasks as well, because they've got that teacher-led activity beforehand, the confidence has grown, therefore the understanding is there, because they know they can do it and they've got that confidence to say, I know the answer, or I can do it.
And they don't see, when it gets to like reasoning skills, they don't see it as a challenge that they just give up on, because they're so used to the challenges throughout the red rose that it just comes naturally to them now.
Right. So they're up for it. They're up for the extra challenge. They're striving for that deeper learning and the accomplishment of completing those tasks as well. So that's wonderful to hear. I've just noticed, Charlotte, you've unmuted yourself as well. Go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in terms of hard data, there was definitely an increase in the percentage of children getting above age-related expectation. We usually hit around the 25% mark in Key Stage 1, 80% in Key Stage 1, but it definitely went above 30 for we did do the math sats for Key Stage 1 this year. We sort of held our very own SATs week, and we'll be using the optional LSIP tool for comparing that data, etc. So we did that as we normally would with the 2019 papers, and obviously combined with teacher assessment, we did push up with that 30%. So a couple of children more than I would say, got that above than historically speaking. So a slight increase there for above, I would say.
Oh, excellent news. And that's despite the disruption that we've had this school year, isn't it? So I suppose that brings me on to the next conversation then. How easy has it been, or how have you had to adapt the scheme when the children were at home, you know, from that period of time from January through to the middle of March?
Do you want to start this one, Beth?
Yeah, so I think they had such a rich online learning from all of the teachers here at Edenfield that Red Rose really lent itself to being taught on. I found it easy to teach it online. With the equipment, obviously, they wouldn't have some of the equipment at home, but we were able to adapt it and change it and make it work for them at home. And they did really enjoy still having the screen shared and going through the smart notebook and talking how we could move things around. So it really did, it didn't disrupt them, in my opinion.
It was still as interactive as it would be in the classroom, I felt, because we had a number of children within the classroom and then a number of children at home on screen. But because the Red Rose is very much interactive on a screen, the children at home, I felt, got exactly the same as the children in class. In terms of, you know, being able to touch screen and move things around. I was doing that for those at home. The children in school were still being able to do that as well. The equipment, as we say, we struggled with that, but because the smart notebook does have the equipment as a picture on there, you can still use the equipment. You know, base 10, for instance, you don't have the actual hard base 10 in your hand, but there's always that option to use base 10 as a visual aid on the screen. But I personally didn't feel like there was any disruption with maths at all. I actually quite enjoyed using it during live teaching and learning, and I think the children didn't really miss out on any maths due to it being so easy to use online as well.
Oh, terrific. So the best form of blended learning you could possibly get then. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
The curriculum sequence continuing seamlessly from children being at home and children in school, but the consistent delivery from in school and children at home. That's wonderful.
I think we were quite lucky as well that our children have you know, a lot of things at home. For instance, we would send, you know, the Red Rose Mastery the maths worksheets and the deeper learning ahead of the lesson, and then they were able to prepare for that and have it in front of them ready for the lesson. So we were lucky in that respect as well.
So you've still managed to put the hard work in and prepare as best you can for the children at home, but able to keep the curriculum sequence going as much as possible.